started to be a dropout 6 months ago. As you can see from the picture, I sat in the office and doing my own stuff, reading books, taking online courses, and doing my entrepreneur things. Right now, I'm the founder of 3 companies. These 6 months let me think about one question. Do we need more dropouts in the society? The answer, after a series of thought experiments, research, and a conversation with some interesting people, is yes, we need more dropouts in our society. We need them. But why do we need more dropouts? This is the journey I will take you to today. But before we take off, let me clarify 2 things. The first thing is the definition of dropouts. The definition might differ from people to people, but today we only talk about this dropout. Listen, staying in the system while having the choice not to go to class or go to school. Staying in the system while having the choice not to go to class or go to school. And the second thing, this talk is not for everyone. It's for the people who know what they're doing. It's for the people who know what they're pursuing. It's for the people who have passion to achieve, but they can't even start to do it just because they're overwhelmed by tons of coursework in schools. So, clarification is over. Let's start our journey. Welcome on board. Why do we need more dropouts? The first reason is school kills both creativity and passion. There was a story that one of my friends told me several months ago that when he went across the building, he was late for a night study actually. He got late. And when he went across the building, he told me it was so terrible. I said, why? Why is it terrible? He said, because so silent, but it was full of people. We should not be treated as machines to learn. And we should not be restricted in a place to do similar things. This is not right. At that time, I thought he might take it too far. But afterwards, it all came back to me, and I started to agree with him. We should not be treated as machines to learn, but we should be the leaders who lead machines to learn. But right now, it's quite the opposite. It's quite the opposite. So, where is our creativity? I think the creativity comes from the freedom to think and act. But if we don't even have time to think something up about our coursework, then how can we have time to nurture our creativity, to make our creativity more pragmatic? The restrictive schedule in school kills it. There was another story that after I established one of my company, one of my friends came to me and said, so I got a similar idea. I said, why just do it? He told me I didn't have time. But to me, not having time is never an excuse to not follow your passion or not pursue your dreams. But I understand him after I heard his story. He cannot do anything with it. Because if he tried to pursue his passion, pursue his dream, he will be punished. He will be punished by 2 things. The first thing is traditional thinking that everything except for having a good grade, going to a good college, and listening to teacher in class, everything except for this is secondary. Your passion, creativity, other abilities are not valued as much as those factors. Then how can we have the incentive to pursue our passion? Moreover, competition emerges. The class rank, grade ranks, and you can see all around the school there are posters that show the top 100 students who did well on the test. So you got a good grade, you are shown on the poster. And there are some more specific division of subjects, such as Chinese, mathematics, English. And Suppose right now you're pursuing a dream. You're right now pursuing a dream, and unfortunately you did poorly on the exam, and you didn't show on the posters. Your parents know. You already felt really sorry for yourself because you did pretty bad. And your parents came to you and said, you know, son or daughter, I feel sorry for you because I'm so disappointed. You make us disappointed because you didn't get good grade. I think you should be a good student, but right now you're not an excellent student. Think about it. It hurt. It really hurt. That's the same thing to say, we don't value your passion and creativity, no matter how wonderful your idea is, getting a good grade. We only value that. That hurt. That hurt when you have a certain faith. When you have a faith that you believe is so great that you can change the world, while people all around you deny it. This happened to a lot of people. It happened to me. So, but being a dropout can reduce such pressure to this extent. I'm not saying you have zero pressure. You're still going to take the test. You're still going to stay in the system. But what I say is to reduce your pressure to this extent. So, for the sake of our creativity and passion, we need more dropouts. Second, being a dropout gives more flexibility. Gives more flexibility. Please don't get me wrong, being a dropout is never another name of quitting learning. I say, I'm done, I'm not learning. No, quite the opposite. It provides a more flexible way to learn. There are many great online course websites such as Khan Academy, MOOC, Coursera, etc., where you can take a lot of great classes there, and it's very professional. According to a new research of College Board, 98% of the students who are preparing for the new SAT think Khan Academy is super, super useful. So that's the statistics. I think it means a lot. Moreover, suppose you are in a situation, you are taking class right now, and you have a question. You raise your hands, you ask a question, your teacher answers the question, and you still don't understand. You still don't understand. It happens a lot of times. It happens a lot of times. So you will incline to skip the question, but when the class is over, you might forget what your question is. But when you take those online courses, you can pose at the problem you have and think it over or repeat again, and again. You can Google it or Baidu it until you figure out what the knowledge is. So that will make the learning process more effective. Not only flexible in the learning process, but it's also flexible in the process to arrange your time for other things. So right now, you're still in school, you want to go to Japan to travel. But you really have to do that when you have the summer vacation or winter vacation. But if you are a dropout, you can still attend the online courses during the airplane, or you can take online courses in the morning and you go sightseeing in Japan in the afternoon. That will broaden your view of the world. Moreover, you can have your own company when you still take the courses. You can have internship, you can participate in a lot of community service. Therefore, given the flexibility that being a dropout can give us, we need more dropouts. Let's come to our third reason, sleep deprivation. So I want to do a little bit of research right now. Please raise your hands if you think that you lack of sleep, you feel yourself, you don't have enough sleep often during the weekdays. Please raise your hands if you feel yourself don't have enough sleep. Great. I expect that. Thank you. I expect that. Thank you. It's a cliche, and we all know that sleeping is good for us. But we just don't do it, right? We just don't do it for several reasons. And both our mental energy and the physical energy come from sleeping. So if I didn't sleep well, I'm not giving this talk today. But school has a pretty restrictive schedule that makes us cannot sleep the time we want. So, for example, you have to wake up at 7 o'clock in order to get breakfast. And if you don't get breakfast, you get late for class, you will study 5 straight hours with an empty stomach. It's terrible. It's terrible. But even if you have the breakfast, you will still study 5 hours straight with a tiny amount of time to rest, to take a rest. You should wait until the afternoon. You should wait until 12 o'clock to have a lunch break. And then we should know the harm that sleep deprivation will give us. Our mental risks, depression, mental disorder, and our emotion will be heightened if we lack of sleep. So if you don't have enough sleep last day, and you want to, and you will be more likely to get angry. You'll be more likely to get angry. And I know this happens a lot. So imagine that your class and they have less sleep and you're taking class. Some people came to you and said something very normal, objectively very normal, but you think, oh, don't say that. That's terrible. So you will be more likely to get angry. But being a dropout can reduces the chances of sleep deprivation to the least extent. At least you can sleep whenever you want, whenever you feel yourself sleepy, so you can have the sleep. So, for the sake of the health, both mental and physical, of our students, we need more dropouts. Do you think it's right? And the development of education tells us there will be a new era of education called e-education era, where students will take online courses and they go to school to ask teachers the toughest questions they think. The learning process will be more effective than ever before, and the students will learn more effectively than ever before. It will be a multiple win situation for both government and society. The government will enjoy the boost of economy because of the more talent outputs, because of technology advance, because of more creativity, more passion. And in the society, the resources will be distributed more fairly. So the students who cannot afford their education, and the students who are receiving low-end education in a rural area can get access to higher education on the internet. Some people might challenge me by saying that if what you say is right, then why there are people doing that? And I have a good point to it. If everybody chose to be the bystanders, there will be no positive change anymore. And moreover, you say there's nobody think it's right and nobody gonna doing it, and I would say I am the somebody right now who's standing here to advocate for it. So we need more dropouts. So why not push the revolution forward? Every amazing revolution is a challenge to the policy. So why not give it a push? We need more creativity. We need more passionate people. We need more Steve Jobs. We need more Bill Gates. We need more geniuses in our society. We don't need study machines. We don't need the people who only judge others by rank, by scores. We need people to develop their awareness to giving everybody a holistic view. Some dropouts really change the world. The founder and CEO of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. The founder of Microsoft, Bill Gates. And the founder and CEO of Apple, Steve Jobs. The founder of the Virgin Group, Richard Branson. Will the next be you, or you? I'm looking forward. Thank you.